Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network, the Digital Sim Sport Network, whichever one it is Roger wants to call it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is K.R. Stolfus, and as you can tell, Roger is still not back from his glorious 2 weeks of vacationing. However, he will be back next week. So until then, y'all are stuck right here with me for one more night. And this night is going to be the mighty Midgets from the NetCode ESports series, and we are at Weedsport. We are going right into heat racing. Low car count here for this one, so no redraw, no qualifying, straight into our starting lineup. So let's go ahead and look at what's going on here tonight. Cody Parmalee, James Gray going to be on the front row. Austin Motley and Wayne Anelski for row 2. Row 3, Billy Barros and David Krikorian. 6 cars out there, 2 heat races on tap. Everyone going to be making the A main with this low car count. Still going to be a great racing action. These mighty midgets here at Weedsport. Very, to me, it's the right size track for these midgets. A lot of room, a lot of racing action, but it's not too big. It's not like it's a half mile. So for me, it is just about right. So here we go. Pace truck out of the way, green flag is out, and we are underway for the first time here tonight. Cody Parmalee out to the early race lead. The 16, being our hot shoe, he has been on a tear. And once again, he is out in front. With this one, currently has the fastest lap in this heat race at a 15.36. James Gray in second, Wayne Anelski sitting in third. Fourth is Krikorian. Barros and Motley falling 3 spots. He finds himself at the tail end of this field. Laps are winding down to 4 laps to go. The 16 just went even faster, turning a 15.28. Down to 3 laps to go, and you can see the opening that the 16 has created over James Gray and Anelski. Going on board with Wayne as he works to the inside. 2 laps to go. Anelski trying to work around James Gray. Gray running the high side. Anelski down on the bottom. Then a quick look from the 66 of David Krikoria as he's trying to mix it up. Final lap though. 16 going to come off of turn number 4 and pick up heat race number 1. Give it to the 16. At the line, Gray is going to bring home second. Anelski third. Corian fourth. Barros and Motley bring up final 2 spots. So 6 cars finishing heat race number 1. Now we move on to our second heat race of the night. Go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for this one. Bo Brannon and Bobby Yonke on the front row. Josh Gerlach, Garrett Boyd for row number 2. Row 3, Steven Spies and Reed Brochart. as our midgets get formed up and get ready to race. Tonight is a doubleheader here at Weedsport. Going to be 2 heat races in this one. We move on to our A main event. After that, we'll go to our second show of the night. We will have our qualifying session, top 5. Go straight to the A, everyone else into the LCQ. Winner of the LCQ will end up in the redraw. That's how our second event will be lined up. We let them loose. 30 laps, our scheduled racing distance for both events. Here we go though. First heat race, or sorry, second heat race. Green flag for the first time. Brandon out to the early lead. Gerlach had that good run on the inside lane. He's moved up into second. Yonke falling back. Bobby Yonke in a little bit of trouble here, maybe even fall into 4th place. Steven in the 55, all over his back bumper. Garrett Boyd in the 21, working down on the inside line. We go on board with Garrett Boyd. Gerlach, slider, moving into second. Yonke falling to 4th. Laps wind down quickly here at Weedsport. Not a very big track. Like I said, though, I think this is the right size for these midgets. It's on a good show. And the 55, one up and over. That is Garrett Boyd. Boyd in trouble. Looked like he and the 55 maybe getting together. Take a quick look here. And it's not going to get it. So the 55 and the 21 getting into a little kerfuffle, and the 21 goes straight to the pits. Here they come for the final time down the back stretch here in heat race number 2. Flagman switches to the checkered flag, and Brandon picks up the win. Gerlach, Yonke, Brochart, Keys, and Boyd. So we're going to have a little bit of a warm-up moment here. Once again, I do want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. As I mentioned, Roger will take back over next week. I am trying to find my points information here. It was right in front of me. For the Mighty Midget Series, Billy Barros has the point lead. He has an 8-point lead over Josh Gerlach. In the Ironman Series last week, Silby and Gerlach were tied. This week, Craig Silby has a 12-point lead over Gerlach, but Silby is not out there. So that Ironman Series, as close as it is just going back and forth these last few weeks between Silby and Gerlach. Here we go. Drivers rolling out. Cody Parmalee, Bo Brandon. Armale going to be an EOL as he is the hot shoe. James Gray, Josh Gerlach, Wayne Anelski, Bobby Yonke for row 3. David Krikorian, Reed Rochart for row 4. Row 5, Billy Barrows. Even Spies. Spies or Spies? Why do they gotta do it to me every week? Austin Motley and Garrett Boyd for row 6. Oh, Armley moved to the tail of the field. Here we go. Field not going to get fired off, but we're going to get restacked. As they circle around, next time by, they're going to form up. Everyone will get to go racing. Now that they're side by side, 2x2, 30 lap A main for the first time tonight. The first A main of our doubleheader. Here we go. Green flag is out. Bo Brandon on the throttle. Bo dives down to the inside. He has that early race lead to 49. Trying to open up that early lead and get some separation on the rest of the field. Meanwhile, everyone, big wheel stand out of Gerlach. Settled it down, and Josh in third, battling with Wayne Anelski. James Gray in the 76 put himself into second place for the moment. Back on board with the 66 of Krikorian. Just ahead of him, battle with the 71 and the 13. Oh, it's Gray in the 76 looked like he missed the entry into one. That broke up his momentum, and now we have a 4-car battle for second place. Everyone looking for a little bit of room to run. One car picking his way through. That is the 6 of Parmalee. And a little bit of contact there. Oh, even more contact, but everyone gets settled in. Parmalee was working his way forward, but after a little bit of contact, having to regroup, he has fallen back all the way back to 12th. Garrett Boyd had a rough heat race, finding himself in 11th and not able to advance just yet. Everyone's still tightly packed. Oh, Brandon really the only one with some breathing room. And Nelski into second place now, trying to pull away and maybe reel in Brandon, but Bo has just really been laying down some of the fastest laps in this race. Bo looking very smooth. James Gray in the 76 after his moment. He's regathered his wits and trying to work the high side and move back up into second, but right now he is battling for third place. Billy Barrows, James Gray going at it right there. The 38 though. Lindley moving into third place now. Gray falling to fourth. 13, Obanelski solidly in second. And now with 18 laps to go, he is unable to really close the gap as we have our first yellow flag of the night. Looks like trouble once again for the 76. Let's see what happened to Gray. Oh, one car going up, one car going down, and Gray getting into the outside wall. On board with the 49 as he looks back at the rest of the field out the back of his car. He'll gonna fire off this time. It's our out on the pace truck. Our first caution of the night is done and over with, and we're down to 17 laps to go. Brandon in the 49 and his lead wiped away. Everyone else now having a shot at that back bumper. Nelski trying to get there. One driver being very smooth down on the bottom. That is the 16 of Cody Parmley. Cody now trying to move up into third. This yellow flag was exactly what he needed as he tags the left front on the inside wall. But Cody with a good line already moving into second place now. Does he have a shot at the race leader? 15 laps to go. Slider line out of the 16. And Brandon now going to start feeling the pressure from the 16. Oh, and Garrett Boyd out of the park. Garrett Boyd caught the right rear on the outside wall, and he flipped straight out of the park. Safety crews going to him, but we're going to keep the race going. So Parmley was able to quickly move into second place as the yellow flag comes out again, this time for Billy Barrows. Let's see what has happened to the 38. And just the slightest of contact from the 55. It's in the 38 around. Second yellow of the night, slowing this field down once again. Ace truck gonna get out of the way, and we're gonna get them fired off one more time. Here we go. Brandon on the throttle. The leader can go anytime that they enter turn 3. So Brandon taking off, trying to put a gap on the 16. The 13. Oh, and Steven in the 55. Trouble all throughout the field. The yellow gonna come out just as fast as that green was displayed. That was a chain reaction kind of event. We saw the 55 get into the back bumper. Then as everyone was checking up for that, there's nowhere for cars to go. Everyone able to roll away from it. So we saw Garrett Boyd exit the track nonchalantly. He has rejoined the race. But he does find himself off the pace, off the lead lap, I should say. This race starting to wind down as we will be inside of 10 laps to go this time by. And here we go, green flag out once again. Anelski, Gerlach, and Yonke, your top 5. of Barros working his way back forward. He is quickly gaining his lost ground. Tries to now get to the outside of Krikorian. 66 gives him room on that outside lane. 38 trying to track down now the 28. Catching his one, passing his another. Speaking of, here we go. Parmalee for the race lead on the outside of Bo Brannon. 5 laps to go, and the 16's got it wound up top. Brannon trying to use the inside lane, but going to fall a little bit short. As the 16, once again, the hot shoe, starting at the tail of this field. As the race lead with 4 laps to go. Parmalee looking for not only a clean sweep for here tonight, but pick that up last week as well. Gonna get the white flag next time by. Brannon with a good run down on the bottom. Is it gonna stick? Here they come off of turn number 4. Drag race to the line. And, oh no, that's the white flag. Good grief, I can count. Here we go now. Parmalee gonna really wash up. Brannon trying to get the run, tags the wall, and that is gonna give it to the 16. So Parmalee able to hold off a hard charging Bo Brannon. Go ahead and look at the rest of our results. Cody Parmalee, Bo Brannon, Wayne Anelski, your top 3. We're going to get to talk to them here in just a moment. Josh Gerlach, David Krikorian for rounding out the top 5. 6 goes to Bobby Yonke. 7 is Billy Barros, Stevens Pease in 8th and 9th, Austin Motley, Reed Brochart 10th, 11th goes to Garrett Boyd, James Gray in 12th place. Let's go ahead and get talking to our race winner just as soon as he gets in here. Go ahead and start with our 3rd place finisher, and that is the 13 of Wayne Anelski. Wayne, congratulations, 3rd place out there tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. Pretty good race considering this is the worst track. But I'll take it. Third place, I'll take it any day.
Well, Wayne, congratulations. Anytime you can get a podium at a track you really don't like, it feels like an accomplishment.
Oh yeah, for sure. This track, if you've ever run it, it's rough. It's tight, especially on 1 and 2. But yeah, I'm glad to get a third place finish. Hopefully we can get another podium in the second race.
All right, man. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you need to add for this podium finish to start the night off?
Thank you for broadcasting. Thanks, Josh, for hosting. Thank you, everybody that watches and supports me. And yeah, thank you.
All right, man. Well, Wayne, once again, congratulations on third place.
Thank you.
All right, now let's move on to our second place finisher. That is Bo Brannon. Bo, congratulations on second place. Although I have a feeling that with that 49 coming home in second, that race win would have been really nice.
Yeah, it would have been nice. I can't expect to race once in the last 2 weeks and come out and beat Cody like that, but I gave him my best shot tonight. Props to him. He came from the back and, he proved why he's hot shoe. So, maybe he has a little more trouble getting through the field in this next one, and I can start close up front again. And maybe he doesn't get the brakes on the cautions. I had a 3-second lead, I think, at one point. So maybe that'll have him, earn it a little bit more. But no, he drove a great race. He always does. He's one of the best in the biz when it comes to that. So I can't feel too bad about finishing a close second. I gave it all I had at the end there.
Well, it was a heck of a battle there at the end, inside of 5 laps to go. Both of you guys really putting on a show there for that race win, but bring it home in second place, man. Shout out, thank yous. Anything you need to add?
Yeah, Varix.com for all your e-commerce needs. Mighty good marketing. I'd like to thank my wife, my parents, Josh, and Billy and Robert for putting on a show, and thanks to you, KR, for making us look good.
All right, man. Well, nice job, and we'll look to see if you can do one spot better in the next one.
I'll do my best to try.
There you go, Bo Brannon bringing it home in second place. Now let's move on to our hot shoe going for a clean sweep once again. Cody, this one goes to you. It seemed like halfway through the race you kind of got into, I want to say it was maybe the 71, had to get out of the throttle, lost all the ground, but you made it back.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to hit him. I checked up so early, but I guess I just gripped up so hard that it hit him, contacted him. But yeah, after that, I didn't want to pass him because I felt bad. So I just checked up a little bit and then try to figure out a new line or figure out something else. But I mean, I don't know how I won that, to be honest. Bo was fast.
Yeah, Bo was fast for sure, but man, you two put on a heck of a show with 5 laps to go. Really kind of up in the air as to who was going to come away with it.
Yeah, I knew after he ran the bottom, I saw him slip up a couple times out of 2, and I thought the line that I was running would work until checkered. But after I saw him get super close out of 4, I had to run some kind of line, cut down, maybe see if I can squeeze under him, and somehow it worked and gave me the win.
Well, man, nice job. A great race win for you. We're going to do one more here at Weedsport. What's it going to take for you to come away with the sweep?
Just clean racing. I mean, as long as I can make clean passes and move to the front, that's all I could try.
All right, man. Well, shout out Sinkies. Anything you need to add for this race win?
Everyone at Mighty Midgets for putting the race on, and you guys for streaming.
All right, man. Well, nice job, Cody. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is Cody Armley, driver of the 16, your race winner. All right, we are going to step away for just a moment while we allow the new session to pop up. We will be back with our final race of tonight's doubleheader here at Weedsport. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready for our second race in tonight's doubleheader. Both races taking place at Weedsport. If you missed race number one, Cody Parmalee come away with the race win after starting at the tail end of the field, as he is our current hot shoe. To the field in the final few moments of warm-up. Right now, it's looking like we're going to have the same 12 drivers. Garrett Boyd setting the quick time here in this warm-up. All right, so we go into single car qualifying. Top 5 straight to the A main. Everyone else into the LCQ. Winner of the LCQ rejoin the drivers who do the redraw. Driver will have a shot at making it on the pole, even though they didn't qualify there. So we'll see how it all works out. Right now we're watching Reed Brochart. He is on the clock trying to set his qualifying time. And Brochart with a 15.89. Billy Barrow's just a little bit slower. James Gray, Lizzie Smith timing in. Anelski up into third. 55 out on the speedway as well. Gerlach in the 71. '71 looking very good at the bottom. Can't tag the wall there. That's going to cost him a lap. Well, maybe he didn't tag the wall. Looked like he did, but the 71 going to come away with a second place time. O'Brien on pole. Gerlach sitting second. Third, Krikorian. Garrett Boyd and Reed Brochart. Your top 5. They, right now, will be the ones who go straight to the A main. The only driver who has not taken a qualifying time, that is Austin Motley. Cody in the 16 and out there, but his times have not counted. I'm sorry, they have counted, but it still put him at the tail of the field. And Motley, the last driver to put in a qualifying time, finds himself in 12th place. So your top 5 goes straight to the A main. Everyone else going to move into the LCQ. LCQ will be 12 laps. Call it the LCQ, but everyone for this race will make the A main. The winner of this one, like I said, joins the redraw. Will join the top 5 in qualifying, and that redraw will shuffle everything up for the first 3 rows. Go ahead and look at our starting lineup for this one. Billy Barrows, Steven Spies for row 1. Row 2, Bobby Yonke and Wayne Anelski. James Gray, Lizzie Smith for row 3, and row 4, Austin Motley and Cody Parmalee. Gonna go on board with Lizzie Smith for this start. Pace truck gonna get out of the way this time. And then we will let them loose. I do not believe that there's any yellows in this LCQ. So if we happen to see a car spin, we'll know for sure. But here we go. Green flag is out. On the throttle is Lizzie. The 24 tucks in behind the 76 of James Gray. Up on the high side. .38 of Barrows has the race lead. Steven in the 55, sitting in second. Bobby Yonke on the inside of Wayne Anelski. Yonke and Anelski, that's a fight for third. So Barrows out in front. Here comes the 16 of Harmley. Cody working his way forward. He now just turned the fastest lap in this LCQ. Working down on that inside line. Barrows in the 38, 7 laps to go. He's been out in front. The 55 been in his tire tracks the entire time now. Armale, something has happened to Lizzie Smith and Wayne Anelski. Both drivers going straight to pit road. Donkey in the 28, sitting in fourth. Top three go at it. The 55 taking over the top spot. Barrows gonna fall to third. Now with 4 laps to go, Harmley in the 16, all over the back bumper of Steven. And get 2 fingers in the air for this one. This LCQ about wrapped up. 55 under heavy pressure from the 16. Barrows sitting in third, waiting for one of them to make a mistake. Yonke and Motley have gone to pit road as well. White flag. This is going to leave 4 cars out there. Barrows in third. James Gray in the 76 is fourth. Here they come off of turn number 4. And it looked like Parmalee picked up the win. He's in the 55, Barrows in the 38, and Gray in that 76. Your finishing drivers. Everyone making the show. Now that will be a redraw. They're going to have just a moment here, and then we will get the first 3 rows set. There we go. Row 1 for this start be the 71 of Josh Gerlach on the inside, and to the outside 66 of David Krikorian. Row 2 on the inside, the 49 of Bo Brannon. To his outside, the 93 of Reed Brochart. Garrett Boyd on the inside of row 3. That is our redraw order. Armley did pick up the LCQ win, but he will be ushered to the tail end of this field. Go ahead and take a look at the rest of our result, or our starting order. Bees and Barrows for row 4. Row 5, James Gray, Bobby Yonke, Austin Motley, Wayne Anelski, and then Lizzie Smith, the tail end of this field. She will be joined by 16. The field gonna line up single file, same as last time. Field not gonna get set by iRacing, so everyone has to get single file, take the green flag as far as iRacing is concerned. Then they'll get into their official starting order. Next time by, they'll get stacked up 2 wide. All right, here they go, getting 2 wide. "30 laps, our main event. Final race in tonight's doubleheader. Here we go. Green flag is out. Gerlach gets the jump, and he gets the early race lead. On board with the 55 as he is following the 93. Both drivers working the high side here. Bo Brannon slotting into second. Garrett Boyd third. Krikorian fourth. Brannon battling for the race lead, making a move, trying to come away with it. And Brannon into turn 1 with the top spot. Gerlach sliding it down to the inside to follow in his tire tracks. Heck of a fight in the middle of the pack, as it looks like Lizzie Smith and James Gray. Early trouble for Gray. Smith didn't make it out there, and Gray did 4 laps, or I should say 2 laps, and then he has gone behind the wall. So an early exit for the 76. Barrows in the 38. Trying to work around the 28 of Bobby Yonke. Barrows gaining that spot. Wayne Anelski now battling with Yonke. Anelski to the inside. That is a battle for 9th and 10th. The 93 of Reed Brochart out in front of Steven in the 55. Just ahead of them, the 16 of Parmalee breaking into the top 5. Looking down to the inside of the 66 of David Krikorian. Gerlach. Good fall to 4th place here. Parmalee moves into 3rd. Garrett Boyd in the 21. Running right in the middle. Boyd looking to have a better race than he had last outing. So Boyd sitting in 2nd. Now trying to reel in Bo Brannon. Brannon trying to outrun everybody. That 49 was fast in our first event. He is picked up right where he left off. Brannon running a slider line in 1 and 2 on the top shelf through 3 and 4. And Parmalee going to move into 2nd. Boyd down on the inside, the 16 going to use that cushion to keep his car wound up. Boyd with a great exit off of 2. Battling right back. This one isn't over just yet. Boyd sliding into 3rd now as the 16. Got a great run that lap. Moves into 2nd. Garrett Boyd now going to have to start trying to figure out Josh Gerlach is going to have anything for him. Going to get 15 laps to go. Halfway mark of this race. The 21 still working that bottom line. Brochart in 6th, 7th, Billy Barrows, Wayne Anelski trying to look to the inside of the 38s. We got one around. Now, I believe, I want to say that was Garrett Boyd who went around. Austin Motley is in the pits. And Boyd tagging that inside wall. That is going to bring out the yellow. So Field going to stack up behind the pace truck. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Brandon with a huge jump on that start. So Brandon in the 49 out in front. Got clean track. Motley was getting ready to be lapped. The yellow came out and he went behind the wall. Looking out the back of Brandon's vehicle is Parmalee in the 16, slowly closing in. Gerlach in the 71. Under pressure from the 66 of Krikorian. Those two battling with the 66 down on the inside. Meanwhile, the battle at the front getting a little bit closer, but the 49 having a race under his belt seems to have found a way to keep the 16 behind him for the moment. '55 fall into 10th place. Bobby Yonke in 9th. Reed Brochart fall into 8th. Garrett Boyd in the 21. After he got his car rolling again, has found himself moving back up into 7th place. So Boyd regaining some lost ground. Wayne Anelski sitting in 6th as we go on board with the 13. And one up and over. David Krikorian in the 66. Getting airborne, it did not look good for him. He has gone straight to pit road. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to the 66. I think he's just going to get a little bit high in 1 and 2, tags the wall, and it upsets the right rear and can't quite save it. So the yellow flag is displayed once again. Pace truck out of the way. Here we go. Green flag out. We get back into it. 5 laps to go in this one. '49 tagging the inside wall just a little bit. Able to keep his momentum up though as the 16 had a good run. But the 49 battling right back. This time down the backstretch, who's going to have the momentum? Brandon had it for a moment, but that 16 really working that outside lane. Harmley maybe having it here if he can get off of turn number 2. And the 16 pulling away. Armley taking the white flag. Bo Brennan trying to send it in deep. Can't quite make it work. Here they come through 3 and 4. Harmley, Brannon sitting 1 and 2 once again. Josh Gerlach going to bring it home in 3rd. Billy Barrows 4th. Wayne Anelski ends up in 5th. 6th place going to go to Garrett Boyd. Steven Spees in 7th. 8th, Reed Brochart. Bobby Yonke bringing it home in 9th. David Krikorian 10th. Austin Motley 11th. 12th, James Gray and Lizzie Smith not making the start, but going to get credited with 13th place. With that said, go ahead and start by talking to our race winner for this one, the 16 of Cody Parmalee. Cody, congratulations. 2 in a row here. That makes it, I believe, 4 for 4 in the races that I've gotten a call.
Yeah, I'm surprised I actually won that one. I didn't think the top was going to be that fast in 3 and 4. That slider line was working in 1 and 2, though. I'll say that.
Yeah, Bo Brannon had it out in front and looked like maybe made a mistake or two in the late stages that really allowed you to set up some good runs. So what were you seeing out there, and what line do you really think ended up where you needed to be.
Well, I would have ran bottom because I thought that was a fast line, but I didn't. I can't follow Brandon and pass him, so I just decided to switch up, tried a different line, and then found that slider line, and then just railed top in 3 and 4, and somehow was gaining a little bit of speed at a time.
Well, man, a solid race win for you either way, bringing it home as the hot shoe yet again. So shout out, thank yous. Anything you need to add that you haven't said lately?
It's pretty much the same as always.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on the race win. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, that is Cody, our race winner. Now let's move on to our second place finisher. That is the driver of the 49. And that is Brandon. Bo, congratulations on second place. Man, that was, I thought you were going to get that one.
Man, I felt pretty good after that, before the last caution, but then coming out of that caution, the bottom was just not as much there as I thought it was. So, yeah, it is what it is. Kind of similar to that first race, I guess. Out front for a good portion of it, and then Cody comes in and steals it with, 5 to go? Something like that? Yeah. That's pretty familiar territory for me these days.
Yeah, it looked like you started tagging the inside wall in 3 and 4, and it cost you a little bit of speed, and that allowed him to get the run on the outside.
Yeah, I tagged it a couple of times, and I mean, it wasn't any faster down there at that point. So, sometimes it's kind of nice to have a spotter or something like that. I feel like if that was a real race, my pit guys would have been telling me to go up top those last 5 laps. Would not have gotten into the wall, and maybe it's a different outcome. I'm not sure. He could figure out a way to get around me even if I was running up there. That's usually the case. But props to him. Drove a great race all night. Yeah, just came up short this time. So on to the next one. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Anything else you want to add? Maybe something that you didn't quite say in the first one that you need to say in this one?
No, I think, thanks to my wife, my parents for watching. Thanks to Josh and Billy and Robert for putting on such a good show every week. Thanks to UKR for showing up and subbing in for Roger. And Veryx.com for all your e-commerce needs. Mighty good marketing. Yeah, that was it.
All right, man. Well, nice job and great second place finish for you.
Thank you.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Bo Brandon, our second place finisher. Now let's move on to our third and final step of the podium. And we're going to talk to him for the first time tonight, Josh Gerlach. Josh, congratulations. Third place, man. Nice job.
Thanks, Car. Appreciate it.
Tell me a little bit about your race. That 71 had an eventful night from throughout both of these races in our doubleheader.
That's an understatement. Yeah, the first race was something. Second race was not quite as scary, but had a little oopsie moment there when Bo and I got together. I'm glad that didn't spin me around. I know that was definitely an accident. Bo doesn't race that way, so was able to recover and kind of just bide my time and run behind probably the 2 best guys that we have in the league. So I can't complain too much about a podium.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, that 71. It seemed like every time you'd start to get a rhythm, something would happen and you'd have to kind of regain a bunch of lost ground.
Yeah, for sure. This place is real technical too, so getting into a rhythm is nice. And yeah, we didn't have too many cautions tonight, but they didn't seem to come at the right times for me. But all in all, still had a good clean run in the second race, and a couple top 5s will help in the points cause for sure.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on third place. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, thanks to you for jumping in here when Roger decided he didn't need to work anymore and took a vacation on us. You did a great job last week, and yeah, right. Did a great job last week. Can't wait to look back tomorrow and see see the races again tonight. Thanks to all the guys that helped, make this possible too on DRN. We have James Gray, Mike Gebhard, he's not here unfortunately tonight, Robert Brenneman, and Billy Barros helped pitch in and get us on the Dirt Racing Network. All the guys that show up and race with us each and every week. And the NetCode brand Always Race Day and the Knoxville Nights podcast. If you're a fan of the Knoxville Raceway, make sure you follow us on all the social platforms at Knoxville Nights. We have new podcasts every Monday.
All right, man. Well, man, like I said, congratulations on that third place finish, and good luck in that Ironman series and the rest of this Mighty Midget series.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the 71, your third place finisher. And with that, we are done here tonight. Roger will be back next week. Do want to thank you all for letting me participate. I hope you guys enjoyed the show as much as I did. So until next time, I don't know when the next time is, but until then, y'all stay safe. Have a good night. And thank you oh so much for joining me.